Then,
Can I begin now?
yes. Let me introduce the judges first.
Okay, yeah.
I'm Judy from Myanmar.
I'm Johnson from Hong Kong.
I'm Chu from Malaysia. So you are given 10 minutes for presentation, and then the timer will show you 5 minutes before. Yeah, you can now 3 minutes, up. So
5 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, all right, sounds good. Okay, so I'll begin now. All right. Good afternoon, honorable judges. I am Jun Hong. I'm 16 years old this year, and I'm from Malaysia. So today I want to talk about ReadWrite, which is, to put it very simply, a web application that I developed with the purpose of helping underprivileged students with learning disabilities such as autism or dyslexia to improve their English pronunciation. So first, before I start, I want to give a very short introduction of why I decided to begin ReadWrite in the first place. So I have a younger sister, and she has autism, a mild case of autism and dyslexia. And because of this, as an older brother, I saw firsthand how all of the struggles that she goes through, whether it's inside of her studies or even in her social life. And as her older brother, it was my responsibility to teach her, to guide her, and to help her whenever she has any problems. But nearing the end of last year, as I realized that I am going to graduate from high school soon, and I may very well be furthering my studies somewhere else, not in Penang, then I began to think to myself, who would be there to teach my sister and to help her? And then I also thought of the bigger picture. Who would be there to help the millions of other students who are exactly just like my sister, who do not have anyone to help them? Learning disabilities and special needs may seem like something that is quite rare, but the truth is 1% of the population is diagnosed with autism, and there is even more that are undiagnosed. And there is around 5% of the population who have disfluent speech as well. And to put this into the Malaysian context where I'm from, that's around 340,000 to 1.7 million people who suffer from this problem. And of this, 126,000 of them are students. And this 126,000 is only students who have such severe case of learning disability that they have to go to a special needs school where they have more professional help. But what about all the others with more mild cases, such as my sister? On top of this, Malaysia and also the world lacks speech therapists. There's a huge demand for this, but the supply is very low. In Malaysia, for example, there's only 300 speech therapists, and they all charge extremely high rates. Most people are unable to afford these services from experts, and so I want to try and alleviate the parent stress and to basically help these students improve and be able to socialize and integrate into mainstream education and society at large. So seeing how advanced AI is, I wanted to use AI to try and make something that can help other people. So I made ReadWrite. ReadWrite contains these particular features, so I'll gloss over them very quickly. And so first, we have passage generation. We produce passages so that students can read and practice. Afterwards, we also provide them with reading guidance. So students with weaker English skills will be able to use it to understand and learn faster. On top of this, ReadWrite also provides them with high quality feedback so that they can learn. And also, ReadWrite has a very special feature which is called adaptive learning, which I will go into later. So to better understand, here's a short demonstration of how ReadWrite works. So this is going to be a short demonstration on how ReadWrite works. So first, students will be able to choose the difficulty that they want to read at, and a text based on that difficulty will be produced. So ReadWrite prides itself in its flexibility. So reason being, students can choose to one shot record the entire passage and submit it. Or they can also choose to use our sentence by sentence reading guidance, which we will showcase later. On top of this, ReadWrite is also very unique in the sense where it is able to identify the patterns inside of mispronounced words and reiterate through these patterns for further practice, which we will also showcase later. And for the purpose of this demonstration, I will purposefully mispronounce a few words. For example, butterflies and flutter, since they both have the TT structure. So we're going to test this out. So let's begin.
The sun was shining brightly in the park.
Now I'm going to choose to use the reading guidance again, since I didn't catch that properly.
The sun was shining brightly in the park.
So this shows how flexible it is. Students can listen to it again and again as many times as they want. And once they are comfortable, they can start recording. The sun was shining brightly in the park.
They saw butterflies flutter by and listened to the whispers of the wind.
They saw butterflies fly by and listened to the whispers of the wind.
Mia knew that every day brought new surprises and delightful discoveries.
Mia knew that every day brought new surprises and delightful discoveries. And now that I'm done, I'm going to submit all of my recordings. And so we wait for it to load, and a list of mispronounced words will be provided to us. And when we click on the words itself, it will provide us with the syllable breakdown, the accuracy, and also the definition. Same for Flutter. And now when you press practice again, notice how in this next text, a lot of the words contain this double key pattern. So glittering, scatter, stutter, fluttering again, and also chatter, and a bunch more. And so this is a short demonstration of how ReadWrite works. Thank you very much. Alright, so this is basically a demonstration of what the user will see. So right now I'm going to go into the methodology and more on the technical side of things. So here in the darker purple, these are the parts where we use external APIs, external technologies. And in the light parts is the part where I personally and custom made and custom designed those particular algorithms. So we only use external technologies when it is more cost effective or more time effective, as you can see here. So first we use OpenAI's GPT-4o mini model to generate the passages. And afterwards we have Google's text-to-speech to be able to give the auditory guidance. And then I also have a highlighter synchronized with this auditory guidance so that students will be able to go word by word like that. And afterwards, we also use IBM Watson's speech-to-text. This is to convert the speech recordings that students submit up into text for me to process. Afterwards, ReadWrite also has an algorithm to identify mispronunciations based on the accuracy score that we will give to that particular word. And then we also have basically the secret sauce behind ReadWrite, which is a pattern identification, where it can identify patterns of words based on the mispronounced words that students had in the past. If you want to know more about the technical side behind each of these algorithms, please feel free to ask me later during the question and answer. But this technology and methodology is also developed alongside with guidance from experts in Lion's Reach, which is an educational center for students with autism. And I'll be going into more detail about that later. But for now, let's compare with other applications, other similar apps. So ReadWrite, notice how ReadWrite is the only app that has an adaptive difficulty of this particular kind. ReadWrite, to the best of my knowledge, is the only app that has this particular feature. And because of this, I am very proud of this, and it is something that is really unique because it can really help students to drill in on the root problem behind one particular part of their pronunciation. For example, if they just cannot pronounce this particular pattern of words. On top of this, we also plan for ReadWrite to be free. This is because the main vision behind ReadWrite is to be as accessible to as many people as possible. And because of this, I hope to provide it as a free service. But another vision is also to expand it so as many people as possible can use it. And I understand that in order to do that, we will need funding, we will need money, we will need profits. And so I also do have a rough business plan. So if you're interested in this, please feel free to ask me later in the question and answer as well. And now for the proof of concept. We collaborated with Lion's Reach, the educational center, and we received feedback and fine-tuned ReadWrite according to their input. And we had this back and forth for a few months. And afterwards, we finalized with this methodology and this technology. And afterwards, we also tested ReadWrite with 3 students. And with these results, we are planning to deploy ReadWrite as a learning aid in Lion's Reach officially for 20 to 30 students by the first quarter of 2025. And so with this, I'd like to end by saying that I hope ReadWrite will become an application that can help people, not just my sister, but also everybody else who are inside of my sister's shoes. Thank you very much.
Question?